Hello YouTube world, my name is Serene and welcome to Staying Serene. Today I'm going to be sharing a college video on how to stay organized during online school. I know for me, online school has been an interesting transition, especially last semester when it was just a lot to get used to. So this semester actually has been a lot better because of all the things that I have incorporated to just make things easier for me. And one of those things is how I stay organized during online school. So the first thing that I noticed about online school is it's a lot of documents that's just going around. Okay, in emails, my teachers are always sending us readings and just things, and a lot of files and stuff for us to keep track of. Plus, when I go onto my online learning site, which is what we use is Moodle, so it's a lot of homework assignments, a lot of study guides, and just a lot of documents that I need to keep track of. And so what I incorporated into my college organization was folders. So when you look on my laptop, I actually have folders based on what class that I'm doing. So right now I have about 6 folders for the 6 classes that I have. And so in each folder there are all of my documents, and I find that is just so helpful for me because it's so easy for me to find my files. So you know, when I'm trying to do my homework or when I'm just looking for something from a specific class, all I gotta do is click the folder and boom, I'm there. I don't have to worry about looking through the hundreds of files and stuff that I have for the class trying to figure out where it is because I have a folder for each class. So I recommend the first thing that you do if you want to stay organized during college is to have different folders for your different classes. So I have a folder for my English 130 class, for my Linguistics 225 class, all of my classes have separate folders, and so it's way better to keep them separate so I don't get them mixed up and it's easy to find things. And I find this is very helpful for when you're uploading your files to your online learning platform. So it's easy for me to find, especially when you have that 5 minutes before the assignment is due and you spend that 5 minutes trying to find where your assignment is on your laptop. It's so much easier when you have those 5 minutes left to upload your work to the platform that you can really click on the folder where your file is and you can find it, and it's just so much more easier just to find everything. And a bonus tip that I have for my Mac users is to use tags. So I organize all of my files by tags. So some of my tags include assignments, class notes, study guides, other, which is for more miscellaneous stuff, and I have assignment notes, which are notes about how to do a certain assignment or paper. And so I have them all organized by color, and that makes it also easier for me to find stuff. So when I'm uploading to my platform, all I do is look for the red, which means assignment, and I know this is my assignment and I get to upload it. And so I want to encourage you, if you're a Mac user, to make sure that you take full advantage of all of the fun tags that you have, and so you can set it up to find out what is what, so it's just really easy to find. Even if you want to take it a step further, you can actually organize all of your files by tags to make it so much easier to find. And I also want to encourage you, when it comes to your file organization, to make sure that you have a good title for everything. So I like to put my name, the name of the class, and then what assignment I'm doing, if it's paper 1 or paper 2, or if it's a homework assignment from chapter 5 or chapter 6. Just all that makes it so much easier to know what it is and to keep your stuff organized. So my step number 1 is really making sure that you have your files organized, and that includes making sure that you organize all your classes by folder. And also, if you're a Mac user, you can use tags, and making sure that you have relevant titles for all of your files. Okay, number 2 is to use Google Calendar. And I use Google Calendar for pretty much everything. And I find it just so much easier to use, and I found an interesting way to use it. So first of all of my classes are already in Google Calendar. At the beginning of the semester, I made sure that I actually typed up my calendar and made sure that I repeated until classes end. And so that just makes sure that I'm always in class, and even if I forget, my Google Calendar is going to notify me to say that I have a class in 5 minutes. And so that just really helps me to stay on track with all of my classes. And so I want to encourage you to make sure you put your entire schedule of classes onto your Google Calendar and have it linked to your phone. So even if you aren't on your laptop, your phone will send an alert that you have a class and that you need to go to that class. And a fun tip is to make sure that you add in the Zoom call or whatever platform that you're using into your Google Calendar. That's what I do. So I can literally just go into Google Calendar, or when they give me the email notification, I can click on the link and it'll take me straight into my class, and I don't have to worry about trying to find where the Zoom passcode is or where my teacher emailed us the meeting or wherever it is, because the link is right there in Google Calendar. So I want to encourage you, if you really want to make sure that you are very efficient, that you make sure that all of your Zoom meetings or wherever you are meeting, whether that's Google Meets, Zoom, Skype, that all of that information would be in Google Calendar. So as soon as you see your class, you can click on it and get right into your class. Another tip that I have underneath this is to import your university's schedule into Google Calendar. And yes, you can do this. So this semester, I found a Facebook post explaining how to do this, and it was incredible. And so you really go into your university site. So I go to the University of the Bahamas site, I go to their site, and they have a calendar with all of UB's events, right? Where, where classes end, where final exams continue, where we get to register for classes, all of these important dates. And there's a button where you click export, and you can export the calendar, and it'll come up like as a link. So when you export it, you get this like link. And so you go to Google Calendar, and you click add calendar, and you put the link in it, and boom, right there and then the calendar from your university site goes into Google Calendar. So now you're not going to miss a date of whatever is going to be happening at your school. So it tells you all the final exams, just all the important dates that you want to remember, any type of events that are happening at your school. And this is just so useful. So I actually don't have to go on my university site every time I want to check a date. It's already there in Google Calendar, and it automatically updates and syncs. So if an event changes or is canceled, it'll take a few hours, but your Google Calendar will catch up and it will make that change. Another thing that I like to do is I like to link my Google Calendar to my online learning platform. So University of the Bahamas is using the Moodle platform. And on Moodle, there's a calendar with all of my dates and deadlines, where test exams are, and just where any assignments that are due, when are they due, at what time. And so what I did is I went onto my Moodle site, I clicked my export calendar, and I was able to copy the link from that calendar and put it into Google Calendar. So now I have a calendar on Google Calendar where all of my dates and deadlines for assignments are. So again, you never miss a date or deadline because it's all right there in Google Calendar. So I just find it so easy, and you don't even have to just use Google Calendar. There are other platforms that I'm sure do the same thing, like maybe Outlook's calendar or the Apple calendar. But I like using Google Calendar because it's just so easy for me. And so everything from my online learning platform is now in my Google Calendar. So you definitely need to be using Google Calendar to keep track with all of your dates, all of your deadlines, and all of the events that you have to keep track of in university. So with your Google Calendar, I encourage you to put in your classes, to put in your university's events, and to put in all of your dates and deadlines for assignments and papers. My third tip is to organize everything by assignment. What I mean by this is if you have a to-do list, right? You're writing out your to-do list for the day or week. I want to encourage you to show what you need to do for each class. This just makes it so much more easier and doable. I don't know about you, but I actually get a bit intimidated by a very long to-do list. And it just makes me feel like I'm never going to accomplish it. So to make me feel a bit more in control and a little bit more organized in my planner, I organized all of my to-dos for the week based on my class. So you can see that I have a class English 213, English 208, Linguistics 225. I have all these classes on my to-do list, and then underneath them, all the tasks that I need to do for that class. And it's just so much more easier. Okay, so let's say I have the class tomorrow, I can just be like, okay, then what do I need to do? And then I just look at the class's title, and I can see everything that is due, and it just makes it so much easier. So I want to encourage you, if you want to stay organized, to just try and organize your to-do list by your class. It just makes it so much easier to get things done. And I want to encourage you to even just look at it as a weekly to-do list, because it's just so much easier to just put something to do for the whole week. I know that, hey, I need to accomplish this for this week. So I want to encourage you, when you're writing out your to-do list, make sure that you are dividing everything by class. So those are my 3 tips for how I stay organized during college. I hope this video helped you. Online school, it is not easy. So I just want to say right out that I am proud of anyone who's doing online school, because this isn't easy. Okay, people may think it is, but it is not. And I just hope that these tips help you, and they just make your learning experience online easier. I just want to say that I have an Instagram account at Staying Serene, where you can find inspirational and encouraging messages that I create myself. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Okay, bye!